Hello Booktube! So today I am bringing you my Top 5 Wednesday, the top science fiction and fantasy currently on my TBR. I believe this is a crossover with Booktube Babbles that's going on with the Booktube SFF Awards. I will leave a link to both of those Goodreads groups down in the description bar below. Currently this TBR is a mix of things that I own, that I need to reread, that I am anticipating in the coming year. So let's get started. Coming in at number 5 is actually a series, and that's Temeraire by Naomi Novik. So I've been collecting these books off and on, just like when I see them for a really good price, and I think, oh my god, I almost dropped my notes. I think I own the first 3, but they're currently in storage, so they're probably not something I'm going to get to this year, but after reading Uprooted, which I really loved, I am desperate to actually get around to reading these. So we'll see, maybe the end of the year if I get through the rest of the stuff I have stored in the house currently. This series is an alternative early 19th century Napoleonic era fantasy series where dragons are discovered. There's like an aeronautical corps of the British military, but they ride and fight with dragons. Essentially. That's about all I know. I'm not like a huge dragon person, but you know, dragons are cool. Like, you rarely go wrong with them. And I just really love Naomi Novik's writing, so I'm super psyched. Coming in at number 4 is another series, but this one's actually a reread, and that is the Magpie Lord novels by KJ Charles. I have read the first 2 of these, and I pre-ordered the third when it was coming out, but I never got around to reading the third. And I think it's been about, gosh, I want to say 2 years since the third book came out. And so I'm just one of those people, I really am bad about picking up a series if I've left it for too long. So I'm going to go ahead and just reread the rest of the series. And this is actually one of my 2017 reading goals, probably for the second half of the year. I really want to reread this series. This series is a romance series set in Victorian London. It features a mage who's sort of mage/wizard. I don't remember what the term they used to describe him as in the books, but magic user, and he's part of kind of a secret society in London who works to keep magic on the down low. And he runs into a rich aristocrat who I believe, I haven't read this in a few years, who I believe is the descendant of a very powerful wizard who was the Magpie Lord, and they have an explosive and delightful relationship with one another. And of course there's like mysteries, there's murders, there's intrigue, and yes, it's pretty delightful. And the character names have completely flown out of my head, but I just remember I really loved the character, the aristocrat lord. He was such a fun character, kind of a scoundrel, but great. Also, they're pretty damn hot. And then number 3 on my list is actually an anticipated upcoming release, and that is the Raven Stratagem. So I recently did a review of Nine Fox Gambit by Yoon-Ha Lee, which I will link in the cards. I really love that book, and the Raven Stratagem is the sequel to that. I'm just really excited for it. I really want to see where the author takes the book. The first one was about a hard science fiction novel that takes place in a futuristic totalitarian oligarchy where a military captain is bonded to the consciousness of a dead general who's also a traitor, but their greatest strategist, and sent off on a mission to reclaim a fortress that's fallen to heresy. Yeah, I'm just really excited for it. You know, I've been recording this, and like most of these books are either on my Kindle or in storage, or I don't own them yet. So I just didn't go through my shelves at all, and then I realized I was literally sitting in front of book number 2 on my list. So book number 2 is Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. I have wanted to read this for, you know, a number of years, and then I saw the movie, and personally I really loved the movie. I thought it was just spellbinding a little bit. It was absolutely the kind of bizarre story that I really love. I know the book is definitely very different than a traditional novel. Like it's I won't even try to really describe the plot because I'm not too sure about what it is, but I do know that it has many different points of view and many different individual stories that are all kind of interwoven and connected. So yeah, I really want to see how he does it in book format. Plus I got this really pretty shiny copy. I love when kind of strangely contrasting colors are put together. Like, I just think that's a really pretty combo. And then the number one fantasy series, again, on my current TBR is actually the Grisha trilogy. So I read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom recently. Again, I have a full review and I'll link it above. Really love these two books. Was really struck by how fun and engaging Leigh Bardugo's writing is, and I really love the way she wrote her characters. And so, yeah, I have to read her original trilogy. I can't not. I would be reading it right now, except that I'm really trying to stay focused and read all the books on the shortlist for the BookTube SFF Awards. But basically, once I'm done with that, Grisha trilogy is probably going to be my next thing on my TBR. So yeah, those are my most anticipated science fiction and fantasy books off my TBR. There's a lot more, but those are all the ones that I really want to get to, hopefully in the next year, because like that's how desperately I really want to read them. So we'll see. Let me know if you've read any of those and what you thought about them, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.